Welcome back, Valley. We have a special show planned for you today. It's March, and we all know what that means.
March Madness?
Well, it is, but it's also Women's History Month.
So just for that, we have a special report about women in our history. A story on a crossing guard that might surprise you.
Well, it looks like we have a great show planned for you today.
So sit back and relax.
Because VMSTV
starts right now. First up, we have Vivian and Sydney talking about women who made history, like Rosa Parks and more.
What's up, Valley? I'm Vivi.
And I'm Sydney.
And today we're going to talk about women in our history.
So the first woman is Harriet Tubman. She was a slave and she freed herself, and after that she decided to free 70 other slaves.
Next up, we have Judith Love Cohen. You may not know her, but you probably know her son, famous actor and comedian Jack Black. But that's not why she's on this list. She did a lot of amazing things at NASA, and she helped out with Apollo 13 and added an important abort guide system that helped the astronauts make it back to Earth safely. And that's just one of the many accomplishments of this aspiring woman.
Wow. Next up, we have Harriet Tubman. She was a scientist, and she created 2 new elements, and she won 2 Nobel Peace Prizes.
We have Claudette Colvin. You may not know her, but you probably know Rosa Parks. But Claudette Colvin, actually, she didn't give up her seat on the bus first. She did it before Rosa Parks, but she was not recognized for what she did.
Now, last but not least, we have Serena Williams. She was a famous tennis player that won a couple gold medals in the Olympics, which is pretty cool. These are all great women, but these are just 5 of them. There's so many more and so many more that'll come up in the future. Thank you, and we'll be sending it back to the anchors at the desk.
Wow, there's so many women who have had such a huge impact on the history. Now to keep this famous soul going, we have a savory story on the greatest desserts of all time, ice cream.
Sure, my name is Megan.
Megan owns a small ice cream shop in Oceanside.
I started Little Fox during COVID. It was like the first month that everything shut down. And I started at my brother-in-law's brewery just making ice cream for guests that were coming and buying products from his restaurant.
Unlike other ice cream shops, Little Fox has a special way of making their own ice cream.
We make everything from scratch, like down to, we just start with cream, milk, eggs, and sugar for our ice cream, where most ice cream shops start with something called a base, which is already pre-made.
Megan searches for certain people that brighten her day when working.
It's not really about experience that we're looking for. I am looking for people who are kind and nice and genuinely want to be around other people.
Although making ice cream looks as smooth as it is, sometimes there's chocolate chips in the way.
The expectations that we have for ourselves are really high. We set really high standards for our ice cream and the people that work with us, the way our ice cream looks. And so maintaining a really high standard for the way that everything comes out is probably our most challenging hurdle.
Megan believes when you put your mind to something, you always succeed.
I would say do it. It's the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. It is the hardest thing you'll ever do. But if you commit to it and every day you just show up knowing that you don't have to have all of the answers and you don't really have to know what you're doing, you just show up and try your best and learn how to fix your mistakes, admit that you make them, and learn how to fix them right away, you'll learn more than you could ever learn.
Reporting from VMSTV with photojournalist London Valdez, I'm Paula Bahamonte.
Wow, that was a tasty and inspiring story.
Speaking of dessert, we have a chaotic cooking show up next.
Wait, they did an interview. Oh yeah, here we go, it's on.
We currently just mixed our cake and everything. What happened is we got hot sauce and garlic from the pizzas we ate in there. So we're gonna restart. That's what we're gonna do.
ASMR. All right. And
Max,
Yo, do we have a couple oils?
the world's most satisfying moments.
Yo, for a brownie, we get M&M's, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, that's actually good. ASMR.
Wait. That's good.
Oh, never mind. We got eggs. Go ahead.
We just finished making and mixing everything. We're gonna put it in the oven.
Hey, sir.
For a cake?
No, 25 minutes.
A few moments later.
Is it good? Are we chill? Bro, what is that? Nathan! Hey, can we eat it now?
No.
For looks, I think this one kind of looks fat, but this one looks better.
I think that one kind of looks like a melted snowman, sort of. And that one's like kind of perfect.
So the first one, I said I was a 9 out of 10. And this one, I gotta say it was like a 3 or a 2. It was so dry. This one, yeah, like I said, it tastes like the Sahara Desert.
This one's not even dry, it's like moist. It's not dry. It's like actually like kind of good. I think this is like a 6 or something. That one's too chocolatey and like, I don't like it.
Who's eating this? 1 scoop of this, there's nothing in this. That is clearly better.
OMG, these brownies look delicious. The clear winner. Next up, we're going to see what celebrities you guys think you look like with this awesome campus camera.
Hello Valley, I'm Sienna Miles, and today's question is, what's your celebrity look like?
I was told by Omar Garcia, wherever he is, Timothy Chalamet.
Well, I'd have to say Tom Brady or Ben Affleck.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm unique in my own way.
What's your celebrity look like?
Jack Black. JJ from Outer Banks.
Oh, this guy looks like
Better than that, man. Better.
He looks like JJ from Outer Banks.
Elsa.
Drake.
Who's your celebrity look like?
I think my celebrity look-alike, according to people, is the guy from The Walking Dead, one of the bad guys, Negan.
Who do I look like, Bella?
I wonder. Next up, we have an update on March Madness.
Really? Well, in that case, let's get into it.
What's up, Valley? We got a green screen for you about March Madness in the first game. UNC versus Alabama. We're going Alabama on top here tonight at 6:39 p.m. Gonna be a good game. My predictions are Alabama taking this dub. What's yours, Bill?
I'm taking UNC. They've just been clutching an end game lately. Think they're gonna get a buzzer beater. Let's go. Next up, we have SDSU and UNC. Big game for both teams. Rematch from last season in the championship. UNC sent home San Diego State last season. San Diego State looking for revenge. This game at 5:39 p.m. or 4:39 p.m. this evening.
Next up, we got Iowa State versus Illinois. It's going to be a crazy game tonight at 7:09 p.m. I'm saying Iowa State takes this.
Next up, Arizona and Clemson. It's going to be a good game also, but I'm taking Arizona. So much talent on that team. It's going to be a great game.
I'm sure lots of you have heard about this girl, Caitlin Clark. She's only 22 years old. She's on fire right now. She's leading scored points in women's basketball, and people call her one of the greatest women's basketball players of all time, which I think is huge. And
next up, Women's March Madness, USC versus Baylor. Going to be a big game for USC. It is the first time of them making it to Sweet 16 since 1994 for the girls team. It's going to be a great game on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. That's all we have for you today, Vikings. We're going to send it back to the anchors at the desk.
Oh shoot, I didn't know women had March Madness too. Thanks for an inspirational piece. Now from shooting guard to crossing guard, Nate brings us a story on an important woman in our community.
Vanessa Nygaard is really good at directing traffic. And she has a unique set of skills that makes her rise up above the rest.
They needed some crossing guards. I thought, what's more important than keeping kids safe at school? And I was like, oh, I'm super tall, so they'll be able to see me.
Those special skills have taken Vanessa way beyond the intersection of Magnolia and Valley. That's because this mom, your crossing guard, was a basketball star at Carlsbad High School, then at Stanford, and then in the WNBA.
To be a professional athlete, it's one of the best jobs in the world.
She played 5 seasons in the WNBA, drafted by the New York Liberty, then for the Cleveland Rockers, the Portland Fire, Miami Soul, and the Los Angeles Sparks. But even when her playing days were over, her basketball days were not.
When I was done, when my body was like, you can't do it anymore, I was like, I gotta be in the gym still. And so it was just natural for me to become a coach.
So that's exactly what she did, directing traffic on the basketball court, coaching in high school, college, and then once again, back in the WNBA. She was the head coach for the Phoenix Mercury in 2022, when one of the players, Brittany Griner, made international headlines.
Ball placed just above Chiney's fingertips.
Jailed in Russia while playing overseas.
And trying to deal with the emotions of the players who were missing their friend and their sister. It had nothing to do with basketball.
While Vanessa coached her team, all eyes were on their star player half a world away. And Griner remained there behind bars for 10 months before she was exchanged in a prisoner swap.
I just started crying, just so happy.
Now Vanessa's back where it all started, right here in Carlsbad. Her kids going to the same school she did, and once again, coaching in rec leagues and in free clinics she puts on for kids in town. Leading the way on the courts and on the roads, helping a lot of people down the lane to where they're going. For VMSTV with photojournalist Jack Ferroni, I'm Nathan Loria.
Hold my hoops, because that story was hooptastic. Attention Vikings, next week is spring break.
Wait, spring break is next week?
Yeah, but didn't Mom tell you?
No. We hope you enjoy this episode of VMSTV and hope you have a great spring break. I know I am.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm going to a water park.
But I thought we were going to Vegas.
No, Mom said we're going to a water park in Vegas.
Same thing.
Well, we hope you have a fantastic spring break, Vikings.
Bye.